The question of authority is a question designed to intimidate anybody that they encounter. I've seen grown women just begin to shake and question themselves when they are fully in charge of whatever event or meeting they're planning, but someone comes in and says, "By whose authority are you doing this?" And suddenly the rug is pulled out from under them. That's what the priests and the Pharisees were hoping to do to Jesus in the temple. This was a period of time between the um, uh, uh, coming in on Palm Sunday and what was going to happen on Monday, Thursday, where they were very consciously, they being the priests and the Pharisees, the Sanhedrin, anybody who was in positions of responsibility in the temple, they were very actively trying to figure out what it was, the magic key that would shut Jesus down, would get him out of town, would get him put in a room somewhere, would get him out of the way, just as long as the Romans were in the city. Just get both of them gone, and then they could have peace for the Passover, and then life would continue. So they asked, "What is the authority that you're traveling with? What's the authority that you teach with? What is the authority that brings you into the temple to be sitting here among us as if you're important?" Now, if we're following the Gospel of Luke, which we do every few years, we would remember that when Jesus was a 13-year-old child, he sat in this temple with all of these authorities around, maybe the same, maybe others, and they were amazed by how wise he was. But now he wasn't a controlled teenager anymore. He wasn't a pert kind of challenging the authority in a cute way. He was really dangerous. He was politically volatile. And they were asking him, "Why are you here? What authority do you speak with? Give us a reason, just one reason for us to kick you out, so that we can show that you are a fraud, you are a problem, and we can show the Romans that we're dealing with our own so they don't have to step in." The problem was, as always, Jesus had the upper hand with those in authority, and he asked the question back. "Okay, so whose authority did John the Baptist baptize with?" They very quickly did the political calculation. They could not answer. They were in a bind. To answer would be to play their hand, and they couldn't do it. Jesus then went on to tell the story about two brothers, showing that those priests, the rabbis, the Pharisees, the people in authority in the temple, were kind of like the younger son that said, "Oh yeah, of course, I am here. I am doing your thing. You can count on me." And then they were not reliable. The priests got the message. It was not a pleasant time. They could not undermine Jesus' authority because Jesus had a goal. He was focused. He was doing something. There was something intimately personal about all the teachings that he was doing at that time. He wanted people, this is his last hurrah, he wanted people to understand the magnitude of what was going on, the significance, the importance of what was happening right in front of them. It was not just about Passover. That was a background kind of noise in all of this. What was going on was a change in the world. And those who sort of understood it stood with Jesus. Those who didn't understand it or were scared of the message stood against him. And as he proceeded, he managed to upset more and more people. Because the message of change, the message of take a good hard look at yourself, the message of you might think you have an authoritative voice, but I don't need to hear what you have to say, is very personal. It can be very upsetting, and it is a challenge to people who like a pecking order. I was recently doing a different kind of sermon. It was more Q&A. It was more kind of, it was more professor than preacher, really. And a friend of mine who works in a different denomination, his question was, "Did they give you permission to do that?" I kind of laughed, but that is a church question. Who gave you the authority? Who let you be the voice of change? Who is standing by and accepting that you might turn all the tables, that you might push all the buttons, that you might insult all the people who've spent way too long feeling important? That was Jesus. That's Jesus during Holy Week. And we take some time today to just kind of sit with that personal commitment of his and how it can become our personal commitment towards change as well before the actions of this week carry us far, far beyond our comfort level.